Welcome. Welcome to the channel. So before we start the video up, I would ask if you would subscribe and like, because it is my dream to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2026. So it would help me a great amount if you would like to like and subscribe to my channel. It would help me a lot and I'd really appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, to really understand the reason why it died and revived, we're gonna have to go all the way back to where it began. Blox piece was released on January 15th, 2019. And to really understand why the game blew up on release, we're gonna have to go back to what they started with, which was Elemental Wars, as they had made a few flop games before they had eventually made their first popular game, Elemental Wars. But since this is a Blox commentary video, I will decide to skip over that part. So, to really understand why Blox blew up, it was because Elemental Wars had not updated for 6 months, and people were wondering if the devs left the game. But then, they made an announcement on their YouTube channel and their Roblox community post that said they were going to release a new game. And gradually, all the fans from Elemental Wars decided to come back to Blox piece. And the game grew very fast and has always been one of the top games on Roblox ever since its release. And for most of its 6 years of existence, it has been one of the most popular, influential games on all of Roblox. And the game had started off with only a few thousand players, which was good for the time being, as it was a new game and it was 2019 at the time. But as it grew and grew and grew over time, it had become a massive success, with multiple, if not hundreds, if not thousands of games trying to make their own Blox fruits, such as Haze Piece, and other sorts of games. So, Blox had actually listened to their community. They had been doing consistent updates with their community, adding new fruits, new things, all the time. But then, in April of 2025, a new game came up, Grow a Garden and Steal a Brainrot. And they were two massive successes, gaining 20 million players almost in 2 months of their release. And the player count grew and grew and grew, and more people started switching over to Grow a Garden and Steal a Brainrot than, say, Blox Fruits. And Blox Fruits went down to almost only 100,000 players at all times of its existence back then. But it was not for long, as when people started talking about something called the Great Meme Reset, which is kind of irrelevant, but you'll see why later. So, Great Meme Reset is where people will bring back all old memes and will get rid of all memes that are brain rot. So, at this time, Grow a Garden was already dying because there was too much stuff in the game and nobody could really do it because the economy was ruined and everything. So, that game was also dying, but Steal a Brainrot always stayed on the top. But right as 2026 rolled around, it immediately died. It went down to only 100,000 players, barely reaching 1 million players during admin abuse times, when it used to get almost 23 times that amount. And after all of that, Blox actually started to get millions of players normally without updates. As after the control update that they had made, it had been a massive success, bringing millions and millions of players coming every single hour due to the free fruit every hour for a long time, or at least a week or so. And as these updates kept getting millions of players onto the game, it had somehow revived from its inactive player count, as previous updates took long periods of times to make. So that was also another factor in Blox dying out. It's because the updates weren't consistent. They were barely getting updates per year, if not longer than that. So once they had made all their problems basically disappear, they had finally revived their game. And hopefully, in the near future, they keep it like that. But there is one danger to Blox now. It is called Escape Tsunami for Brain Rot. And I thought Brain Rot was over, because Steal a Brain Rot died out. But no, apparently not, because Steal a Brain Rot was only the first phase. This game makes almost as much, if not more, active concurrent players than Blox. Right now is probably sitting at around 400,000 players, as Blox can only crack around 300,000 to 700,000, which is still really good. But it seems like the brain rot is coming back, and hopefully in the near future this game dies and Blox will finally go back to the king of Roblox.